Yeah, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. About to run through the recap for y'all, man. We got the dub here, 56-12 in the NFC Championship game. So we just punched our ticket to the Super Bowl. I'll get into the team stats and everything first. Go through those while I preface this game with just a few things, right? I played this guy once in this league. We're in the same conference, but I only played him once, and that was the wild card of last season. In that game, I remember it being, a pretty competitive game. Nothing too crazy. Shout out to both teams going over 80% on third down. That's kind of wild. But yeah, I remember the last game that he was just dicing me up in the pass game. And I know all throughout the season, his receiver and my receiver were neck and neck for most yards in the season. All that stuff like that. Basically, his wide receiver was going off on me. Well, going off on the league. You know what I mean? But in this game, bruh, we were supposed to kick off maybe an hour or two before we actually did. And in that time, I was able to get, just hop down into the basement and take a look at our last time we played. And I saw one formation like 7 or 8 times in the first half of that game because that's all I was able to watch was the first half. And I saw that formation. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna have to stop that more effectively because when I watched it on the stream, I was like, oh, he was just like getting yards after yards on top of yards. Um, and I was like, dog, I'm gonna have to stop that play or that formation. And excuse my sniffles, man. I got a little bit of like allergies messing up. I haven't taken my medicine today, but yeah. Back to the game. So I saw, like I said, I think the formation is bunch wide flex is what it's called. Um, Shout out to my defense for not giving up a sack and his for giving up three. It's good to see. You love to see it. But yeah, Trey wide flex. I mean, bunch wide flex is something that I don't see very often. And the first time I played him, I had almost no answers for it. Right, he was just moving the ball methodically up the field on me. So when I saw that formation in that game, I was like, dog, I'm gonna have to come out here and figure out a way to stop this if he goes to it, right? But I know Saquon was also like a top 10 rusher in the league as well. Like when you got guys that are running for 2,000, 3,000 yards. So I was like, dog, it's gonna be a tough out, right? This is in my mind. I'm like, this is gonna be a tough out, but it ended up not being a tough out. Let's get to the highlights right away, man. First quarter, first play of the game. Jalen Johnson, man, on a pick. Now, this formation it's a good formation, bro. I want to say this is in a Chiefs playbook or something like that. Not 100% sure because I've only played against it versus him. And my adjustment to this formation was simply call cover three hard flat and user the crosser. That's it. Now, do I have the best user? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But what I did was I made sure that I had people in position to take away where he was going to go with the ball that I wasn't going to be at. And it's a simple hard flat, man. Post game, we had a little conversation about it. He's like, "Man, I had some overthrows," and I'm like, I mean, I remember one being an overthrow. I remember this one, you just threw that into coverage. It's just simple and plain. You weren't anticipating a hard flat on first down. It was a very aggressive play call. But if you're not going to read the field, you're just like, oh, the crosser ain't there. Let me throw the drag. I'll take those. I will take those. We'll go get a little journal, get a little wonky animation there, and we're going to outrun two players to the end zone. So that's the first play from scrimmage. As you can see, extra point, kickoff, and interception on the very next play. Why? It's the same formation. Same formation. He ran tight end under the drag from left to right that time. And he's going to run his slot from the right to the left on the drag this time. Same thing. I'm using the crosser and forcing him to go underneath, and he does. Now this one is a clear overthrow. This one is a clear and cut and dry overthrow. But again, hard flat is right there, bro. I mean, if he doesn't make this pick, and if you make this, if you get this ball on target, it's probably a tackle and a drop, But it's a little bit of an overthrow and it's a pick six. That's probably the toughest way to start a playoff game, man. Your first two plays from scrimmage are interceptions for six. Obviously, extra point, kick it off, -2 yards, you get a 40-yarder, a 60-yarder, and this right here, this is kind of dumb because there's no replay and it says 9-yard penalty on offense. But what happened on this play was snapped the ball, he got a holding penalty. Still threw the ball deep, it was actually, jarred loose. He fumbled. We recovered, and then because I guess it's a penalty, it's not ruled as a freaking turnover. Like that's some dumb Madden stuff. But 3 turnovers in his first 3 drives. We're on offense here, and we have, we're up 14 zip in a playoff game with possession. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's just go down here and get some points. But we're 90 yards away. But we go ahead and put together a nice all 10-play drive, get it to the end zone. The first touchdown, bro. Like this is some pretty aggressive stuff. I'm guilty of using this type of formation as well, but you can't use it against spread if you aren't going to align with every receiver. As you can see, the tight end on the right is clearly uncovered. Like there's nobody there in front of him. There's no safety behind him. So we're just going to run 4 verts. And that's simple and plain what it is. It's just 4 verts, 4 vertical routes. And there's, nobody over the middle. There you go. Bang. Easy money. Now, this gets a little bit weird, but when you see a defender, a user defender in open field, I have like full confidence that we can just like walk away from him and just he'll miss. It's very unfortunate in Madden 22, bro. But that's a 21-point lead in the playoffs, man. It doesn't get much better than that. It doesn't get much better than that, bro. Right here, I think this is the one. Yeah. So this play right here, gun bunch offset. Yeah, he got me with this first time, right? He got me with it. But what I noticed about my opponent in this game, during this game, is that he's just going to go to 1 or 2 plays in each formation, and I just have to defend a specific part of the field. So with this one here, I'm anticipating that, a big over-the-top bomb, and I'm make sure I use my fastest safety so I don't give that up, right? So he takes and he gets a, nice little 27-yard completion right here. Cool beans. Because he's gonna come back to that later in the game, and I'm gonna pick it off because the majority of his offense was ran in bunch Y offset or whatever that shit is. Ends up getting a touchdown right there, so congrats to him. But we're back on 0. And we're just doing our thing, man. 43 yards to Jawan Johnson. Again, a very aggressive defense right here. I can see this clearly, man. You got your corners aligned to my receivers. There's a reason why we use this formation quite a bit to tell man or zone. Because if you got somebody that's going to zero blitz you need to know when it's coming and everything like that. But right here, his user is actually on the D-line. That's pretty weird. But we're actually looking to throw our drag first, but then we see that he's sagging off of that first, our outside tight end, our wing. We're just going to take that for a touchdown, bro. Like that's like I said, pretty aggressive play call, 0 blitz. But you blitz and you get burned, man. It happens. I'm guilty of it as well. Let's see right here, 2nd and 20 after a holding penalty. I think he got 3 holding penalties in this game. It's crazy. But he throws another interception here. And again, I've just been playing cover 3 hard flat on this guy with simple adjustments on the back end. And snapping the ball here. He's going, like he has an open tight end. Where I'm using, the tight end's wide ass open. He chooses not to throw to him. He chooses to throw to a guy that's covered. Now, maybe in cover 3 drop, cover 3 hard flat, cover 3 cloud, whatever. Maybe this is open and this is one of his reads. But when it comes down to it, bro, that's not open. That's not the guy you throw to, bro. You throw past that user's face on that crosser to 88, or you come to the backside to that comeback to 26. You don't just throw the hitch that's covered by 99 overall DB. Like, that's not the guy you test, dog. It's not. But Jalen Johnson appreciates it. We're able to get into the end zone a couple plays later. Right here, again, gun bunch. He threw a post on my safety last time, so I'm like, all right, cool. Let me go ahead and stop that this time. And that's exactly what we do. We stay right within that lane where he's gonna throw it, and we're able to get back there, get our hands on it, get an interception. That is what I mean when I say I only have to defend X amount of the field versus X formations, and you know what I mean. That's just easy pickings, man. I think he turned him over 6 times in the first half, bro. That's a tough out. That's honestly a tough out. Right here, again, very aggressive, double A gap, move the safety down to the line of scrimmage, trying to get that simulated pressure. I get it, man. I get it, but we actually got something dialed up that beats it pretty effectively. We get outside, and we see his user bubbling over the top. which is what he should be doing. But when we have our guy get off the block there, we just cut up, and then we get to the races, man. I think this is the first time we celebrated all game. I think this is like our 5th or 6th touchdown or something crazy like that. But dog, I mean, that's a tough out, man. Like I said, right here, it just doesn't stop. It's a big snowball effect in this game. Right here we get back-to-back sacks. This one I believe is number 4 coming around the edge. And then 90 gets there as well, beating his double team. Like, that's just excellent pass rush right there. And I've been building these 2 guys up, man. I know number 90, Boware, he started as a 62 overall. And number 4, Whitlock, he started off at maybe a 68, 69. But, yeah, these guys are balling, bro. Those 2, that pass rush, man. Right here, they combined for a sack on that one. And on this play right here, get the sack, fumble, and then Boware is just off to the races, dog. Like, untouched. We're going to stun on him in the end zone a little bit. Like, a little, yeah. I know. I honestly, I've been on the other end of these kind of games, man. It's tough coming back from it. But, man, at the same time, this was a lot of fun for me. This first half was anyway. Because we just literally came out with the intention of stopping one formation, and he stayed in that same formation, bro. Here it is again, bunch wide flex. As you can see my user, I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to take away the crosser, and I'm just going to wait for you to throw to the flats. And he does again, and that's Burgess this time with an interception. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just come out here and throw flats on me, dog. Like, if that's your intention, to throw crosser and then come down to the flat, tough noogies, bro. Like, simple and plain, tough noogies. That's what you like to see, bro. Honestly. And I don't know if they tweaked the zone because of the beta in Madden 23, but man, I'm telling you, these flats are playing so much better than what they were before. And as you can see, again, like, he's just not taking the dig route. He has to step up in the pocket, change your protections, step up in the pocket, and deliver that dig where I'm not at in this zone. But he never did, and I appreciate it. But yeah, after that, we just go ahead and take a knee out of the half. We get the ball. Second half, we're just, come out, try to run the ball, get a negative 4 yard run, get it all back there. You know what I mean? Just running, passing when we need to. Just trying to get up out of here. We take 4 minutes off the clock on our first drive out of the half, and we never hit shoe clock. We never turned it on. We just played our regular offense. Actually ended up getting into the end zone with a player that scored his first touchdown of his career in this game, Kenny Brooks. Just out of the backfield here. Yeah, I think he clicked onto that user. Yeah, that's his user. He clicks on, and we just walk out of the way. You know what I mean? Just let him go ahead and dive, because that's what people do. They tackle with square nowadays, so let's go ahead and let him dive. Yeah, I think this is his first drive out of the half as well. He ends up getting a nice play there. Gets down, gets into the end zone, which is cool, because that's 2 drives, and we're already in the 4th quarter. Like, I love it. Somewhere in here we had another injury to our receiver, but it is what it is. We've been able to move the ball pretty effectively in the snow. Don't know where the Super Bowl is going to be played, but I'm guessing it's not going to be raining and snowing. But yeah, man, in any case, that's pretty much it. The entire second half was 3 drives, 2 by me and 1 by him. And that's pretty much it for the ball game. But yeah, man, if you liked the video, like the video. If you didn't, be sure to dislike it, leave some hateful comments, and unsubscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm out.